What's up, guys? Greg Hall with Untitled Collectibles here, and you're not going to believe what I found this weekend when I went garage sailing. Let's check it out. So I started the day just like normal, like I do any Saturday. I like to go garage selling every Saturday morning. I take one of my youngest kids with me, and we kind of make a morning out of it. I like to look through social media, through Craigslist, through all the different platforms to find the rummage sales, to find neighborhood sales, because I always have a good luck at neighborhood sales because there's a lot of sales within a very confined space. Unfortunately, there was no neighborhood sales this weekend, but I did find a sale that was about 10 minutes from me. So the first place I went, it opened at 7 a.m. I got up, got my coffee. We were on the road at 6:30. Wanted to be there a little early. I showed up a little bit before. They were still setting up. I think it was like 6:55 by the time we got there after getting my coffee. He puts out a box of mangled records. Like, these things were warped. Like, they look like they've been sitting in the sun. So I'm looking through the records. There's one in there that actually is in good condition, and it's an Elvis Presley record. Now, he only wanted $10 for this box of records. Ultimately, I decided to pass on him. So I leave, I'm driving down the road, and something tells me, Greg, do a U-turn, go back and get that box. You can, if nothing else, you can put that Elvis Presley record on your wall behind you in the man cave. It would look cool. So, turn around, go all the way back. The mangled records are still there. He hands me the box. I hand him the $10. After he hands me the box, I realize he's handing me two more boxes, two huge boxes at that. These things are absolutely full of records. I didn't realize, but he was giving me the smaller mangled box, and underneath there was two enclosed boxes that were full of records. Over 100 of them said and done. These records are from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Now, at the time, I didn't take the time to look through these. I just wanted to get out of there because I had already agreed to the price. Everything looked good. So I paid him the $10, put everything in the car, left. I got home. I'm looking through the records. I realized that these things are in pretty good shape. The other records that weren't mangled in that top box, that was the only box that was mangled. The other records are in great shape. Not only are there a bunch of Elvis records, there's a bunch of sealed records as well. So I'm gonna show you guys here the sealed records. So here's one of the cases. It's nice, it's leather, solid case. See, let's get the sealed ones out. So this thing is full. These are 33s. Here are the sealed records from this batch. First up, we have 101 Strings Orchestra. This is a tribute to Elvis Presley. This was actually put out after he passed away. It still has the original stickers on it. You can see 77 cents. How cool is that? This is still in the wrap. This one's a little newer, but still really neat. I'm a big fan of Kenny Rogers, actually. I prefer the Moonlight record. This one's from the 80s, so it's not nearly as valuable, but still pretty darn cool to get when you're not expecting anything. I mean, really. Thought it was just gonna be that small box, and he hands me all this stuff. It was very unexpected, but obviously very appreciated. This is a sealed Beach Boys made in the USA. It's a little newer than the Elvis Orchestra album, but this is still from 1986. So very popular record. This is still absolutely, it's in near mint condition too. A lot of the time the seal might be a little dirty. This one looks really good. There's a little bit of discoloration on it, but I'm sure that some of that would clean off. So all these are going to be available in the eBay store. Going over some of the other records, people were asking what are some of the other big hitters from this box. This would be the biggest. This is Elvis's NBC Special. Pretty cool. It's been opened, it's been played. As you can see, the box is a little bit damaged, but it's here, it's still in its sleeve, and the record itself looks pretty darn good. And there's a few other Elvis albums in here as well, but that was the most notable. So let's get this out of the way and show you some of the other stuff that I got. From this same sale, I actually picked up an assortment of Legend Sports memorabilia. These are sport memorabilia price guides from the 1990s. This one was cool. I'm a big Dan Marino fan, but this is one that really caught my eye from the collection that he had, MJ. And of course, as you guys know, everything MJ is popular, especially something from this era. This would be from, I believe, 1993. 1991. This is 1991. This is Volume 4, Issue 2. How cool is that? Classic MJ. Picked these up from that same sale where I got all the records from. Stay tuned to future videos because I have another box of records that I got from him, and I haven't even gone through them yet. This just happened, so I'm still sorting through stuff. So I leave there, I go on to the next sale. There's another sale. This is one that was unannounced. I'm just driving around looking for signs at this point. I see a sign for a sale that it says the same thing. It says it has collectibles, has movies, stuff like that. I'm always looking for DVDs, old VHS movies, stuff like that, because I do like to put those up on the eBay store. I also like to put them on display behind me. I'm very into VHS. So typically looking for my personal collection, I'm looking for sealed VHS, which I find time to time, but it's a little harder to find. So let me show you some of the stuff that I got at that next sale. All right, so I pull up, and first thing I noticed was a huge bin of DVDs. I always go straight to these to see if there's any games mixed in, because a lot of the time there are some video games mixed in. First thing I see is a Kinect video game. So I pull it out. The lady sees me pull it out, and she says, "Are you looking for video games?" I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, I am." She tells me, "You just missed them. I had about 50 Xbox and Wii video games that just sold to the previous person that was just here before me." Now, I was like, okay, you know, is what it is. You snooze, you lose. I had found a really good score right before that, so not gonna be too upset. So I asked him the normal question. I say, "Do you have anything else? You know, any other video games?" "No, that's all the old video games that I have." "Well, do you have any comics or sports cards or, you know, anything like that?" "Comics, you say?" "Yes, I have comics, and yes, I have sports cards." Here's where it gets really good. Not expecting much. I end up buying a couple of those DVDs and a few other things, so I make a small deal with them for that. I give them a little bit more than they were asking for, trying to, you know, kind of break the ice a little bit. He says, "Give me a minute. I'm gonna go inside." Goes inside, brings out a huge box of vintage sports cards and another box of comic books. I pulled a few of the best comics out so I could show you guys. Now, you guys may be familiar with this gentleman named Todd McFarlane, maybe. Well, he has a signing coming up, and some of the books that were in this were Spawn books. This is one of the Spawn books that I got. We sorted out a deal where I purchased all of his comics, all of the sports cards. I'll tell you what I paid for everything. And it was kind of sight unseen on these too. The only thing that I saw when we agreed to the price were the Spawn books. Here's one, another one, another near mint book. Cool Angela cover. And then to get into some of the cards, a lot of them were more common stuff, but here is a pack of 65 assorted 1974 Topps cards. These are all about VG. I mean, they're not great condition. Some of the corners are pretty dinged up on them. So pretty cool though. As you can see right there, there's a Jim Plunkett. I'm not going to go through each one individually, but it came with 65 cards. Next up, we got a 1978 set. This is 100 cards from 1978 Topps that were in here. See that? Pretty neat. 1981 Topps. Mike Webster. That guy was an absolute animal. For anyone that followed the NFL back in the 80s, you know who Mike Webster was. I think he recently passed away in the last few years, unfortunately. Those, and then 1976. 1976. So some great cards. I mean, these are not the junk wax era. These are previous to the junk wax. All these sets. So what I'm doing is I'm just selling them complete together on eBay. So if you guys are interested in any of these will be available on eBay. And these are from the junk wax, but he had Brett Favre rookie cards, which Brett Favre was an animal. The guy was insanely good. This is another thing that was included. This is pretty cool. I put this on eBay and it sold immediately. Probably put it too cheap, but whatever. Someone's gonna enjoy it. This is the old Wacky Packages stickers. These are from 2004. And as you can see, they come with stickers, tattoos, window clings. Let me show you one of them close up. Like I said, these aren't mine anymore, so. But this is a window cling. Pretty neat little set they had. Check this out. 1977. Now these are not in great condition, but 1977. This little collection was inside of the sports card box that I bought. 1977 Topps Star Wars trading cards. And these are some of the better ones that I pulled out. Again, these are all low to mid grade. Han Solo, Darth Vader, another Darth Vader. Some cool cards, Grand Moff Tarkin, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now these range from Series 1 to Series 3. There's no Series 4. Series 1 obviously is the more sought after because that's where they call the rookie cards. But some of these cards still sell around 20 bucks a piece. That was pretty cool to find this collection. Said and done, there was over 400 cards in this small Star Wars collection. Pretty cool. Being a huge Star Wars fan, I was pretty stoked to see that. Like I say, over 400 cards were included with that, so pretty neat. And then last and surely least, here are the VHS. I find VHS everywhere. Now, when you're picking up VHS, be careful what you're picking up, because most of these don't sell for really anything, maybe $1.50. So I like to find stuff. When you're looking at the movie, you can see the year printed, look at the year the movie was distributed, kind of gives you an idea if it's an early printing or a later printing. If it's a later printing, most likely it's not worth grabbing. But some of these movies I grabbed just because I like them. Bull Durham was an awesome movie. Now this is an earlier printing here of Top Gun. This probably won't have any trouble selling. Featuring Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis. I'm still pissed that Kelly McGillis was not in the new Top Gun movie. What did you guys do that for? That's not nice. But the movie was absolutely excellent. That's one of my favorite new movies. Here's another one that's really cool. Again, I like to grab movies that, for VHS, that are a little different, stuff that you don't see every day, because you don't see Fraggle Rock every day. This is something that, you know, I'm an 80s, 90s kid, and this is something that hits home with me, and you don't see them very often. So I grabbed this. Fraggle Rock. Halloween time right now, stuff like this moves pretty well. Something to put on display. This is Scooby-Doo's Creepiest Capers. And of course, E.T. Phone Home. Stuff like this, Spielberg directed, stuff for $4 or $5. And everybody's favorite problem child, Mr. Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2. Now this does have some box damage, but still pretty cool. I think the VHS movies, I ended up paying about $1.25 a piece for them, and some of them I'll sell for between $4 or $5. Not huge money, but a lot of the time when people buy them from me, they'll buy bulk, so they'll buy a bunch and then give like a coupon to make it so they can get one, like buy 4, get 1 free, something like that. But yeah, for $1.25 investment, pretty cool. And it is something that I can put on display behind me too. That's the way I think of it. I can use it as a display item until it does sell. So, all right, next up, found this. How cool is this? This is a complete Harry Potter collection. This is the complete series. This features books 1 through 7. Found this also at a garage sale. It is in red condition, so they're not mint by any means, but let me show you maybe one of them up close here. Show you issue 7. As you can see, Deathly Hallows. You can see that it is, somebody read them, you know what I mean? Still pretty cool. I think I ended up getting this for $10. Got the whole set for $10, and they typically sell for around $30. So said and done, I spent about $200 on the day. There's a few other items that I got, but they're not really important because they're just stuff for around the house. But how'd you guys think I did? Under $200 for all that stuff. All right, what's your favorite thing that I grabbed? Leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like my content. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It's very much appreciated. Until next time, have fun, stay safe, buy comics, buy collectibles. Bye guys, see ya. Thanks again.